Well, everyone, you might be trying to consider between the PlayStation Portal and the Nintendo Switch, and you might be trying to figure out which one you actually want to go ahead and buy. Now, number one, these two devices are very, very different. The PlayStation Portal is a remote play device. You need a PlayStation 5 to basically play the PlayStation Portal. However, with new updates, you can actually just have a PlayStation Plus account and play a couple of several different games that you can choose from on the PlayStation Portal. When the Nintendo Switch is a completely standalone console. This thing can be plugged into a TV, it can be docked to a TV, or you can play it as a handheld device. Now, with the PlayStation Portal, you kind of need the PlayStation 5 to play a lot of it, but with the new updates, you don't really need that anymore. You can use it as a standalone console, but you will still need an internet connection. Whereas the Nintendo Switch, you can buy actual games for it, you can plug in different games to it, and that is actually a really nice thing going on for that particular model. So let's go and see which one is the better one for you. Number one, if you're trying to look at it from a build quality standpoint, there's a slight difference here. With the PlayStation Portal, you're getting a very big 8-inch LCD display on it, and this thing looks very nice. I like the viewing angles, it's a very, very bright display, and it is actually a really nice looking panel, and the controls themselves are very interesting because it's basically just like a PlayStation 5 DualSense controller cut in half with a screen in the middle. I like the concept, this thing looks very unique, and I do like the idea behind this console as well. The Nintendo Switch is either giving you a 6.2-inch display or a 7-inch OLED display. If you're comparing this 6.2-inch model, the OG model, to the PlayStation Portal wins. But even if you're comparing the OLED model Switch to the PlayStation Portal, there could be some arguments where the PlayStation Portal could look better, but I do like OLED more, so maybe the Nintendo Switch OLED is a little bit of a better looking panel, but I like the concept and the lack of the amount of bezel on the PlayStation Portal as well. Now, the Nintendo Switch also has these Joy-Con controllers you can take out. You can play different games, multiplayer games with them as well. And the biggest thing here is that you're getting a game cartridge slot inside of the Nintendo Switch. You can actually go through and buy games in Best Buy and plug them in, or buy used games and plug them in, things like that. You can also download games on the Nintendo Switch. The PlayStation Portal is pretty much just a streaming device, no matter which way you kind of think about it. Now, in terms of the library of games that are currently available, then it's basically not even close. The PlayStation Portal, I think, has like 50 games or 30 games available inside of the PlayStation Plus store, but it does connect up to the PlayStation 5 library, so you can go through and play all those PlayStation 5 games that you currently own inside of your PlayStation 5, inside of your PlayStation Portal. It basically will stream whatever's inside of your PlayStation 5 to your PlayStation Portal, and I think that's a really, really cool thing to have. If you already have a PS5, if you have a little bit more money to spend, getting a PlayStation Portal seems like a pretty decent experience here. The Nintendo Switch, because it is a dedicated gaming console, you don't have to have any sort of gaming console before this. This is not just a streaming device. You can use this for anything you want to. There are so many games available specifically for the Nintendo Switch, and that is the thing I like about it. You can either download digital games, you can download the game, buy the game cartridges. There's a lot of different ways to play the game, and as of right now, there's way more of a community behind the Nintendo Switch than the PlayStation Portal, and there's just more people, I think, playing the Nintendo Switch and using the Nintendo Switch than the PlayStation Portal. Again, I want to make the distinction, the PlayStation Portal is different than the PS5, but you can link your PS5 and PlayStation Portal together to play a bunch of games. Now, another thing, when it kind of comes down to the performance between both, right now you can only stream games on your PlayStation Portal via an internet connection. So it's basically like cloud gaming via PlayStation Plus. Whereas on the Nintendo Switch, you can go through and play games up to 720p and 1080p if it's docked. And the PlayStation, Portal is based off the PlayStation 5, and if you're streaming your games from a PS5, the Nintendo Switch is not going to be as powerful as the PS5. So keep that in mind there. The PlayStation Portal is going to be a better device because of its streaming from the PS5 versus something like a standalone Nintendo Switch, but the games are still going to be there for both as well. But the PlayStation Portal just doesn't have as many games available. From a pricing standpoint, the PlayStation Portal is $200, the Nintendo Switch is $300 for the base model, or $350 for the OLED model. This right there is another very big difference as well. Because once again, I would probably argue that the PlayStation Portal at $200, hardware-wise, is pretty decent, but for the experience itself, I feel like the Nintendo Switch is going to be giving you just a more thorough experience just because it is a dedicated gaming console. once again, you have to remember you're spending the more money on that device on the Nintendo Switch, but you're getting way more of a console there because it's actually a dedicated one when it comes down to it. So overall, what I'll tell you is when it comes down to both, I love my PlayStation Portal and I love my Nintendo Switch. And if I had to pick up one, I would probably say that the Nintendo Switch is going to be the one I would recommend a vast majority of people to go and buy. That's the one that's kind of better. It makes more sense to go and pick up. And it is a really, really nice device when it comes down to it. But I think the PlayStation Portal for existing PS5 owners is also a very nice console as well. I think it's a great extension. And now that PlayStation Plus is supported on that console, I think it's a decent option as well. But again, it's kind of comparing two different types of consoles when it comes down to it. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, till then.